Good morning and welcome to episode 1655 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you need more Hard Factor today, we got Mark, Hard Factor Mark, kicking us off with the news stories. What you got, Mark?
A new TikTok trend. Very painful.
Okay. All right.
Is it just us calling them trends now, or is
no? The media is calling them trends, and this one's like
still calling them trends.
This one's
challenges.
When I researched this, they loved using the word trend, and there's maybe 25 videos total across like 10 creators. Sure. So like that's why they're really reaching
title. I put the working title of the show, TikTok Trends with a Z. Trends.
Whenever you get in there, it's just no one doing it except for one idiot. But yeah,
it's like three people doing it. Yeah.
Is that what this one is again? It's like one guy did it on TikTok, and they're like, "This TikTok trend, terrifying."
This is my favorite trend by far. I want it to catch on.
Okay. Excited to hear about it. I love TikTok challenges, as Pat points out. When we started the show, they were more called TikTok challenges, and now I guess it's evolved to trends. So
there you go.
Talk-offs. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Tide Pods was the original. I don't know if anything will ever top Tide Pods, right?
Well, don't forget about
the burn yourself too. The
burn yourself challenge.
Burn yourself challenge.
Well, there was one where you wait
a couple others, right?
Your friend fell asleep and then you set him on fire.
Right.
It was like once your friend falls asleep, set him on fire.
Choke your friend out challenge. I remember that one.
Yeah, there's like crack your friend's skull challenge where they took a tabletop too far and would smash people's skulls.
These are all TikTok. I mean, TikTok has the fucking best trends.
It was when TikTok kind of caught on that they started because they were like not sure what to make of it, that they were calling them challenges.
Yeah, but the kids pranked us with the devious licks. That was just a big troll, pretty much.
I like devious licks.
Just to destroy like bathroom soap dispensers.
Well, remember it was each month. One month was like touch a random girl's Jenny's, and like it was just like each month was like a different devious thing. One was like shit in your teacher's chair, 1 month, and then like it was
sexual assault.
It was like nipple stuff. Yeah, it was a couple of months were sexual assaults on your students. Yeah, yeah.
That's tough.
Devious.
That is a devious lick. Okay, I'm on deck. I've got the ultimate Tinder nightmare. You've probably seen Tinder nightmares like DMs on social media, but you haven't heard the ultimate Tinder nightmare.
Okay.
Until today.
I like that segment. That should be a reoccurring segment.
I like that. And I got a lightning round with some stuff that's going on in our country, in our world, and in your pocketbook.
Oh.
Yes. Don't forget about the milk crate challenge, says Gavin. Can't forget about that. You're right. That was
a big one.
That was an actual
milk
challenge.
Great. Milk crates were great. That one even transcended social media platforms. That was all over Instagram as well.
So those were fun, but some people took it too far, and then they really hurt themselves because they went too high and fell.
Yeah, but those were the best videos, though. Yeah. That's the whole part of these challenges was that the comedy aspect, slapstick. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to see some slapstick comedy in a new TikTok trend? Do you want me to go?
Yes, please.
Okay. Got a new TikTok trend for you. And while this pretty much like all the trends technically falls in the category of just being stupid, I guess. This is my favorite one. It's the best. This one's entertaining. I don't want to see, some of the stuff we mentioned earlier. I don't want to see a kid eat a Tide Pod because really what do I get out of that? Like, am I gonna follow the kid's journey to the hospital and then watch him die potentially? Like, it's just you don't get any payoff. Not that I want to see anyone die, but there's no payoff to the Tide Pod challenge.
Well, you just chuckle when they eat the Tide Pod.
I guess so.
They're eating a Tide Pod.
And they hopefully say way less curse words.
Oh, this one's got some curse words in it. Because they're getting clean. Because they're getting
their mouth cleaned out. Like
mouth cleaned out. Yeah. Right. But this challenge in fact has some curse words. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the fucked up parenting. So this new trend is hashtag dropping things on my foot. So what do you think? What do you think the trend is?
Think you drop things on your foot.
Yeah, like how heavy can you drop it? What's the heaviest? So they're taking weights because those have weights on them. Like it gives you what?
Yeah, some of these guys are doing. So one of the 6 creators are doing weights. Yeah,
I bet they are. All right.
Yeah,
I could do one of these right now. What? How heavy?
I suggest we
getting?
do. I think a punishment for the Discord for me, and then a punishment for you guys because I don't think you've ordered the erection at night detector, as we should all do videos of dropping things on our feet.
Well, look, I look, Pat. Unfortunately, that's Pat because I'm in the clear on the erection detector.
Well, I think Pat needs.
Yeah, no, I got to get the erection detector. It's on my list. Shit. All right, I'll order it. I was thinking about it the other day because I woke up and I was like, I probably did some good erections last night, and then
call back. Oh, right, yeah, no. Have you been? Well, you've been working on the technique. You needed time to build the technique, and then now you get the sensor.
Do you drink water at night now?
Can someone just call me out in the group chat tomorrow so I remember to buy the erection detector?
Adam
please?
Sense. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Reminder.
Get that thing. So yeah, so no, it's literally just guys getting objects and dropping them on their toes and then recording their pain reactions, which it's pretty entertaining, guys. I gotta say. So yeah,
that's it. That's just a whole. Is it only dudes or the chicks do it too?
It's so far been only dudes, but chicks are welcome. Here, you guys want to see? So I guess this started because a guy named Luke Phillips, he had a video that got 4 million views, so he kind of broke the trend. I don't know if he was the first guy, but he was the first guy to go viral, and so he dropped
first dude to hurt himself by dropping something on his foot.
He's got the funniest pain reactions, I guess. Is what his deal is.
No one does it like me.
Yeah, Luke's the best. Dude, Luke's the best. Unfortunately, couldn't find a lot of Luke's videos because they wrote the articles about him today. But TikTok has started to take the videos down.
Right, because it's
violates terms of service and encourages harmful behavior. And
sure. But I'm sure they were funny, though.
Oh, well, they didn't get all of them, guys. Some of the smaller creators that have recorded videos of them copying Luke Phillips, if you want to see.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'd love to. Guys dropping stuff on their toes, please.
Yeah.
So almost every single one of them starts the same way. Lightest to heaviest, obviously. Okay.
My foot, but it slowly gets worse.
Yeah, it slowly gets worse.
Let's go. Oh, okay.
Hairbrush.
Right.
Hairbrush.
Did that one because it was a shock. It was a shock. I'm not gonna lie, it was a shocker. Give that one a 3.
3 out of 10.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ay, caramba.
Bottle of bleach sounded empty.
Man.
It's
fully equipped.
Deodorant?
Deodorant can.
Oh my days. Creeper.
Oh my days.
Man.
Is this thing up? Is he dropping a paper on his foot now? What is that thing?
It's like a paperweight.
I set myself up. Oh my.
Okay,
Giant
it's like
Lego.
plastic.
Christ, man.
It's like a toy.
Views. Oh my god. Why
No,
am
you're
I
doing nothing.
views?
Those were pathetic.
Controller.
Okay, here we go.
That's
decent.
What is that? Like 5 ounces of PS5 controller?
Dig it, bend your back and then dig it back and then dig cup. Jeez, oh, Max,
Stanley Cup. This is stupid.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Stanley Cup still is.
I feel like he's
It's an
playing
absurd
this shit
reaction.
up.
That's an absurd reaction for a Stanley
Watch,
Cup.
here's another one. Notice what's on their feet too. This is not fair.
Socks.
Yes. What do you think's under the socks?
Padding.
Padding. Tape, padding.
You got to do it barefoot.
Yeah, you have to do it barefoot.
Minus 10 out of 10.
Marshmallows, nothing.
Of strawberry kisses.
Dude, I'm so tired of people ranking things on a scale of 10. It's like my least favorite thing on the fucking
What would you
planet.
rank this trend on a scale of 10?
I'm so tired of like people
Pepsi
just
can.
be like, I'm gonna rate it.
Oh, I missed.
Pepsi can. That's better than anything the other guy did.
Yeah.
Pepsi can, at least.
I mean, right on the bone, whatever that
awesome.
bone is there, that could hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it can hurt.
Yeah,
That's as
why
high
is
as he
this?
goes.
No,
Why is this a trend?
I think this is the last
6
one.
out of 10.
He might be
6 out of
lying.
10.
Kilograms of
What's a
raw
10?
Oh, here we go.
response.
He's
He
got a
claims
gallon.
this is 6 kilograms of
Oh, he moved his foot. That was a great reaction. Great reaction.
All right, okay. It's not a trend.
It's funny. No, so the Luke Phillips guy who got banned from TikTok, he was dropping full what's it called, like vacuums on his foot. He had
Yeah.
he had
I mean, that's what I
hardcore
was.
appliances.
These guys haven't been removed because the weight is so light that it can't actually injure you.
Yeah, he
I'm
started with a
interested
toaster.
to see some heavy shit.
Luke
Like,
Phillips was the man, right? He
I
dropped
want
a
to see
toaster on his
barefoot
foot.
kettlebells on dropping on feet hard. And like, I mean, like, is that so wrong, TikTok? Why can't you put that out there?
He dropped like a guitar. He dropped like a toaster, and I think he dropped a fully equipped vacuum on his foot. Luke Phillips, but he's the man. So these other guys are,
Luke's a legend.
What was the name of the raw chicken guy that we had on our show who was just eating
Brady.
raw chicken?
Blazing Brady. Blazing Brady.
Brady, man. Is he dead yet?
He should get in this foot thing.
Ate a lot of
He
raw chicken.
should, bro. They kind of reminded me of him a little bit.
Look, I think it has legs. You know what I mean? Personally. But I don't know. I wish I could get the better videos for you. I think it's funny to watch people.
When
someone stubs their toe. It's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. You know,
whoever's out there listening who has a Luke Phillips original, you got to send it in. You got to DM it to us. Somebody's got to.
Pat, maybe you could find a
screen
Luke
capture
Phillips
that.
before the show.
I'll try to find one. Yeah, I'll look for one.
Look for Luke Phillips before the show's over.
I'm just not about the ranking it out of 10. Like I
agree, Pat.
We got to do a new thing. They're like,
no,
out of 10.
The reaction itself is the ranking, right? Like if you're screaming and crying and pooping your pants,
you just go lightest to heaviest. You don't have to announce it. There's no need for the ranking. The ranking, in fact, makes it much dumber. Like,
well, listen, these guys aren't getting 4 million
views.
Well, I think what you should do is you should monetize it
on your foot, and then let me see that.
You need to auction off the items. That's what I would be doing. I would be saying, like, how much for a 5-pound barbell on my foot?
Luke could get some money for his equipment, probably.
This is like a version of the hot dog so hot, or whatever that lady says. Like the lady who just says, lick it, ice cream cone, hot dog, hot dog so hot. It's tough, but it has utility because there's a payoff. Like they pay her in those like meme coins on TikTok, and she just says what they pay her. And a lot of people do the battle offs where they just get paid. This is correct, Pat. This has utility
people out of the game
behind it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So
she says ice cream so good, right?
Ice cream so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that these trends are continuing on TikTok, man. And that was some. It's hard hitting news, and I appreciate it. And I need to be up on it.
Because I have to do my due diligence.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. 5-pound weight.
No, dude, don't do it.
Don't drop it.
Okay. Don't do it.
Hold on. Oh, no. I'm barefoot. All right.
I really don't like it, Will. I don't.
Yes.
Will, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Will.
Hold on.
I changed my mind. Do it, Will.
We got to big him up. We got to big him up.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
5-pound weight to the foot. Dude, it doesn't even fucking hurt at all. That's insane. It doesn't hurt at all. I hit it right in the damn middle of the foot.
You gotta go for the toes. So
So it's a fucking con job, Will, which I always thought it was.
It hurt.
Well,
like when I said my nipples hurt when you guys were shocking me. No, it was pleasurable. Okay.
Con job. Pleasure and pain are cousins. Now, I should have mentioned before Will did that a podiatrist, a nerd-ass podiatrist, did say that it can cause permanent nerve damage, and so you shouldn't do this. But it's not.
Well,
good.
right. Am I going to have a bruise on the middle of my foot? Sure.
Yeah.
Did it hurt where I would have a reaction? No. That's crazy.
Well, you need to put that on TikTok now. Trending with hashtag dropping things on my feet.
Yeah, well, but then they're not going to like it because I'm a contrarian. They're saying everybody's saying it hurts so bad. It really, come on.
I think I like it. I think they'll like it.
Okay. Well, you just debunked it, Will. Thank you. That was huge.
I might need to try it.
I think we should. I mean, have you ever dropped something in your toe? It hurts. Like a Pepsi can hurts.
I think if I hit the toes square,
you gotta get between the cuticle and the bottom of the toe, and
that's not what they're doing in the video. They're barely. I mean,
but that's what it's supposed to be. They're cheating.
Yeah.
You can't wear socks. They're putting padding under there. And the guy with the 6 kilograms of jelly was. I mean, I could have been 1 kilogram. We don't know. He didn't weigh.
We don't know.
Speaking of kilograms, if you want to lose a few,
I do.
Check out our sponsor, Fitbod, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's the season of losing pounds, losing kilograms, because we got to get ready for Fat Boy Summer. It's right around the fucking corner. So Fitbod's amazing. It's like you get this app, Fitbod, and it's like a personal trainer in your pocket in your phone. It reminds you, hey, you decided you want to work these muscles out, and you said you were this level, and you said you wanted to work out this time of day. So boom, here it is. So here's your reminder. Here's your exact workout. You told me you have 5-pound dumbbells, obviously, Will. So we can utilize those. Thank you for telling me that. I'm Fitbod. All you gotta do is tell me the few things you have around the house. If you work out around the house, and I got you set up for a full personal workout for you. And it's gonna change as you get stronger. It's gonna get a little bit harder. Or if you go to the gym, I know everything in the gym. I'll give you a personal workout in the gym, so you don't have to hire a guy that's like in really good shape and embarrasses you with how good a shape he's in. Instead, Fitbod's just an app, so it doesn't embarrass you with its abs. It just encourages you to work out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
So
it's everything that every personal trainer wishes they could be. It's just unfortunately for them, it's in an app.
Fitbod doesn't fuck your girl, you know?
No, it doesn't. No, you fuck your girls.
It gets you to fuck your girl.
You in better shape to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the best. A lot of people using it. They have over 1,000 demonstration videos too. Anyways, level up your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/hard factor. That's FITBOD.me/hard factor. Yeah. Do it.
After it. Get in there. I'm wearing a shirt today that I haven't worn in a couple of years because it's been too small. Thanks to
Hell
Fitbod.
yeah, Will.
That's how quick.
Oh
Fitbod.
man, that's the best part about working out.
That's right. You get those old shirts that have been a little too slim for you. Not
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I'm in a shirt that yeah, well, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why we all got the Fitbod. We're working our way in there. Okay. The ultimate Tinder nightmare. Like I said at the top, this is legitimately the ultimate Tinder nightmare. You know, there's all kinds of like cheeky Tinder nightmares of like shitty DMs that chicks get all the time, you know, on Tinder. But this is
Besides the murders.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some of those. So I guess it could be worse because nobody gets murdered in this.
Good.
Yeah, can we re-rank? It's getting murdered from using Tinder, then
Right.
getting a negative DM, then I assume whatever you're going to talk about in terms of terribleness.
Right. Murder is number one.
This is definitely much worse than a negative DM.
Okay.
This is
What about surprise penis? What is
in the-
that?
Unsolicited dick pic is what it's called.
No,
I didn't
no,
consider
like
the
fake-
murders
like-
just
like
because
fake
you guys
chick
are right. Yeah, those are the worst.
Show up
Those
to
are the
date.
worst ones.
Surprise penis. Where's that?
This is worse than that.
Worse
This
than
is worse.
surprise penis. Okay, so this is pretty bad.
Worse than surprise penis. Yeah, both a crime. Both a crime. Stephen Glosser. That's the name of the assailant. 38 years old, of Savannah, Georgia. He was sentenced to 240 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to stalking and the use of an explosive to commit another felony offense. Prosecutors in Georgia announced last Thursday. I think we may have covered this guy on the show before because it happened quite a while ago, 2023.
Okay.
Speaking of dropping things on your feet, this guy could drop things on his ears. This
Yeah,
guy.
no, I don't like his
Yeah.
mug shot.
Earmuffs are painful for this fella.
Yeah, definitely been called Dumbo a couple times, and he was in the military, so he had some nicknames.
Yeah.
That's a they like to put it in months because it's easier to digest, I guess. But that's a 20-year sentence he got. This
20
must be
years.
serious, whatever he did.
Oh, it is, Pat. The judge also ordered Glosser to pay over $500,000 in restitution to the two victims in the case. As you may have guessed from the Tinder nightmare scenario, the victims were a chick he matched with on Tinder or another dating app, one of the dating apps. Her name was she's there still. Larissa Apperson is her name, and her daughter was the other victim. So
God.
Larissa and her daughter is the victims in this case, according to the
Adult's
ATF.
daughter or
No, child daughter, a minor, not like she doesn't mine from the ground. She's a child.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
And her
Labor
mom's on it,
laws.
and her mom's on a dating app. I got it. Okay.
Yep. And they had just moved into their dream home. It's crazy. According to the ATF, Glosser located the victim's home using internet searches based on an image that the victim had previously shared with him over the app. And it was a really nice big house. You know, he's like, this chick ain't giving me the time of day. I'm going to find her. And he found her, and it was a nice house. So he decided to get his roommate and former Air Force buddy, Caleb Kinsey, 34 years old, in on the action.
Caleb's
Caleb,
like, what's up, ears?
we use some of that. I'm itching to use some of our training. What do you say?
Yeah, it's been too long. this is
Dumbo, what you been up to?
What you got? You got a feather in your mouth? You think about flying over and seeing me?
Okay, Caleb gets in there. We're gonna call it Operation Dumbo Drop, just
Exactly.
for you, Steve. So they got together. Caleb and Steven got together at their apartment that they share to, quote, create a plan to kill, intimidate, harass, or injure the owner of the home. Being
Okay,
Marissa.
but
They're trying to get her out of the house.
that's the
Marissa
law
Adams.
they broke. But that's the law they broke. We assume they only had maybe intentions of doing one, maybe two of those things. But that's a statute, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what they admitted to planning when they got together. So
he was cruising Tinder for houses.
well, maybe
No,
so.
he was cruising Tinder for single mom vagina,
Yeah,
and then
I
he got
think so.
he got a little peeved off.
Yeah, because when the ATF raided his house, their apartment, I guess, together, Caleb and Steven, they found Steven's journal, and Steven was a depressed guy, and you'll see why they raided his house in a second. And so according to Glosser's guilty plea, this is the actual guilty plea, Pat. Here's what it was. The plan was literally to, quote, acquire and shoot arrows into the victim's front door, acquire and release a large python into the victim's home to eat the victim's daughter.
We call it Jumanji. We're gonna do a Jumanji on her.
Yeah, that was
What
number
were they
two.
going to do with the python after it ate the daughter?
Well, they didn't. I don't know if they got that far, Mark. But number one was shoot the arrows. Number one, shoot the arrows into the front door. Brand new house,
That's
beautiful
when we
home.
let the snake in the back.
Number two, acquire and release the python into the victim's home.
First,
to
we
eat the
shoot
daughter.
we shoot this demand note into her front door with these arrows here,
So that was the plan. Those are the top two.
letting
Those-
her know that there's a python in the house.
Those are the
Imagine
top
the look
two.
on this bitch's face. Imagine the look on this bitch's face when she comes home from work and sees a note shot right into her front door with an arrow says, Python inside. Good luck.
Sorry, python ate your kid.
Oh, she'll wish you fucked you then, ears. She'll wish you fucked you then.
Forget her again. Did they have a python, Will, in the apartment, or any chance?
And kills two birds. We don't have to feed this goddamn python no more.
No word, Mark. No word on where the python is today. But that was the plan, at least. This is the admitted plan in the guilty plea. And then also,
We're looking
on
for a
top of that-
python, big python.
No, and
human
hey,
child.
don't even start with me by showing your small pythons. I know how this works. Take me in the back and show me the big ones. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. We're busy.
Now, can it just ate something about 68 pounds?
Yeah, look, we got revenge
3
to
foot
execute.
6 long.
Take me to your revenge pythons.
Yeah. That's literally what these fucking two clowns were doing around town in Savannah. But so those were the first two goals: acquire, to shoot the arrows in the front door, then release the python to eat the daughter. The third goal was to acquire and mail dog feces to the victim's home. And then
After the
fourth
daughter's
goal-
dead.
The fourth goal was to acquire and mail
With the dog
dead rats.
feces.
Dead rats.
Ears, you know I'm a planner. So I know we haven't executed phase 1 or phase 2, but I got a ton of dog feces in the closet, okay?
Yeah. We're not
When
doing
phase 3 comes around, we're good.
I haven't picked up dog shit in 5 years. All right, buddy. And then it didn't stop there. So there was the dog. They wanted to acquire and mail dog feces to him. They wanted to acquire and mail dead rats to him. They wanted to scalp the victim. That was part of the plans. Admitted plans was to scalp her and also to blow up her home, the entire home. And in the end, since these two fucking insane dudes are probably not that great at crime since they got caught right away, they settled on doing none of like the quirky side quest things that for some reason they admitted to planning.
Let's just get drunk.
Yeah, no, they still did it. But what they did was, Mark, they probably just got drunk. They ordered online to their apartment 80 pounds of tannerite, mixed it up, and then took it to Larissa's garage and blew up the garage of the giant house she had just moved into 12 hours earlier.
Oh my God.
And so when they blew up her garage, obviously it didn't kill, the two victims who were inside the home, Larissa and her daughter, on January 13th, 2023. And on top of that, Caleb's vehicle, his personal vehicle, was actually caught on camera at the scene of the crime at the time. And then at least he fled to Louisiana. I don't know where Ears fled, but they were caught like by February. And so,
but why? Like, but did it say why? Was it just because she rejected him?
Total insanity and rejection probably.
How did that house withstand that blast so perfectly?
I don't know. Brand new build. You got to find out the builder on that thing because it is great. If you're in Bryan County, Georgia, that's where you need to go to that builder because their house, with the garage withstood. The framing is still pretty much intact there, and it withstood 80 pounds of tannerite.
That's like the bomb in the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I don't know if they parked right outside or what, but yeah, I mean, they probably just put tannerite as close as they could, maybe right outside, and just blew the doors off the garage and windows out of the upstairs and all that.
Jeez,
shit.
Bro.
Yeah, but luckily nobody was killed. I don't know if they were injured slightly, but they survived. Now they're gonna get a lot more money if these two clowns could ever fork it over. But I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath. Don't know how that works when these two owe you $500,000. It seems like $500,000 that's just like an IOU that you'll never cash.
You're never going to get it.
No.
If OJ didn't pay, these guys are never going to pay.
Live comment from Chris Pepper there. He's out doing the storm stuff still for the wildfires, I think, cleanup, and it seems like he knows tannerite. He said, no, not maybe 10 pounds of tannerite at most. But again, that build.
I love knowing a guy that can identify the amount of tannerite you.
Well,
yeah. They bought 80 pounds, but maybe they were doing a dry run.
They bought 80 pounds. Perhaps they did too many test runs.
Right.
And all they had left was the 10. But
we just need to blow a hole big enough for a python.
All right. We need a foot-breaking amount of tannerite is what I think.
Yes. So disable the child so she can't crawl away.
Drop that on your foot. See if that's enough to take out that.
Yeah. I mean, why, Pat, is a great. I mean, I think it's literally just like the dude. I mean, he got rejected.
Yeah.
Sounds.
Is there a better piece of evidence for police to find than a crazy man's journal in his apartment? That's like case. It's over at that point. Like you don't have to keep searching. You just grab that journal and read it, and then you're done. Like,
oh yeah, they were guilty for some reason. I guess because of the level of the crime. The like. It wasn't like officially announced for like 2 years, or maybe just because courts backed up.
It's just a perfect rectangle of evidence. When a psychopath has a journal.
No, not only that evidence, Mark, but 1 pound of aluminum powder to 50 pounds of ammonium nitrate is the correct for tannerite.
Okay, Pepper, we don't need to tell everyone how to make the bombs.
But no. But what the point is the other evidence was they found the mixed up bomb materials like at their apartment. So these dudes, I mean, yeah, they didn't put all 80 pounds like at the house. They definitely were mixing it up and blowing it up, and they had the evidence everywhere. They ordered it directly to their house. They were caught on camera. I mean, everything. It was the most slam dunk case these cops have ever done.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually what you get when you're dealing with a couple of idiots.
Yeah.
Couple of loser idiots. Anyway,
these guys.
Let's get to a lightning round. Okay, lightning round. Let's do it, guys. Conservative podcaster Dan Bongino is now the deputy director of the FBI. Apparently, his number one target is going to be loose-fitting shirts. I find a picture of this guy here. He's going to root out loose-fitting shirts at the root of it.
He hates them.
Take them down.
Is the new DOD sponsored by Under Armour? It seems
at
like
that.
it's a good fit. It seems like a good brand match, like because Hegseth and Bonino, just like, or is this guy? Is he FBI, Pat? What is he?
He's the deputy director of the FBI now, which means he's the actual day-to-day operator of the FBI. He made that announcement on Rumble, mostly because he's been permanently banned from every other platform for spreading misinformation. That's okay. But Gino's now your deputy director.
You wouldn't think these guys hated gays, to your point, Will, like Hegseth and Patel and Bongino.
Getting rid of all the tight
if you
shirts.
saw them like
all the
when they meet up for the first 30 seconds, they see each other. The amount of hugging and grabbing they do to each
A
other.
lot of pec flexing right
Yeah.
at the beginning. Just
lifting each other up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how do you get your pecs like that?
Get over here, let me lift you. Let me lift you a little bit, buddy.
How much HGH are you on? In 2011, Bongino was asked about working with Obama. He was a Secret Service agent, and at the time he said, Obama is a good man and a good father. But then when he learned there were millions of dollars to make, he went on to call him the most corrupt president in U.S. history, Bongino. All right, moving on. Tough beat, guys, for moms and huge wins for 13-year-old me, who'd prefer not to pop into the Joanne Fabrics on the way back from Burlington Coat Factory, because Joanne Fabrics will shutter all of its approximately 800 stores after failing to find a buyer who was willing to cut and sew pieces of nylon together to form a parachute for the failing
They
brand.
have 800 stores.
No more they don't, Willie.
Dude, is Ben Franklin still around?
Shit.
Oh, no way Ben Franklin's still around, bro. Deep craft store cut, Mark.
Yeah.
How does Joanne Fabrics have 800 stores in 2025?
Dude, the fabric business, they dominated the fabric business for a long time. Them and Michaels, they ran the
but
whole
you
show,
just-
bro.
You can just get it on Amazon.
Which is why Joanne Fabrics is closing its stores, Mark. But the big question I want to know is what's going to happen to all these big box store spaces when they're gone? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there can only be so many Spirit Halloweens, and I
was
think they
gonna
might have
say.
filed. They might have
Spirits.
filed for bankruptcy recently, or Party City did. Anyway, who knows?
Indoor skate parks, sell them to bars. Well, nobody goes to bars or restaurants anymore either. So,
Sex doll pop-ups where you go in, you wear like a trench coat and a hat and you sign in, you bang a sex doll. Those places.
I mean,
Yeah.
that can replace some of the stores. Yeah.
Sure.
It's gonna be an issue, guys. Reports out of Canada have some northerly neighbors hopping mad in the wake of the Gulf of America showdown, as some Google Maps users in Canada are claiming that provincial parks have been labeled as state parks on Google Maps up there, and that's a big no-no, guys, because they're not state parks. They're provincial parks. Yeah, one Canadian resident, Rachel Darren, wrote to CTV News, quote, "This is alarming, and this revelation has stirred many have noticed as it's an attack on our Canadian identity." And then she called it American oppression. So
Isn't
I
it
don't know,
just probably something that's always been like that and they didn't notice till now?
that's 100% correct. Will, longtime Google Maps contributor Mackenzie Shopland, who's a level 10 local guide, guys. She's got more than she's got more than 20,000 edits on Google Maps.
Whoa.
Yep. She told CTV News in an email that many countries use state park because there's not currently an option for provincial park. So it's kind of always been that way.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense to me. Like, I mean, they're gonna call every park in the world that's not a national park a state park because they only have like 2 fields in
Or
the
provincial
take
park. I mean, because it's not a national park. It's because the province is technically the state.
Well, right, but Google just, and I'm saying in their
Google didn't
framework,
take the
they
time
have-
to code that in. I'm going to take the
Yeah, they're
level
just like
10's
they
word
have
for
2
it.
levels. They have national and state. They don't have another level. They don't do another level.
She's made 20,000 edits, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. She's a fucking level 10. So
What do you
don't
think
fuck
she's
with her.
doing right now?
Mackenzie Shopland, she's editing some Google Map feature. 100%.
You're damn
She's
right.
Well,
contributing
then
to
how
the
come she
community.
didn't edit it to
Yeah,
be
right.
provincial?
Because she can't.
It's not right
Yeah,
in.
because Google doesn't give a fuck. They're
Oh,
like,
well,
"Look,
she's
we
tried.
don't
She's
need
tried.
a provincial field. I'm sorry.
We don't
It's
need it.
just for Canada.
Dude, how
You
have
wanna-
they not hired her?
I know they need to hire her. She's been like auditioning for a
because she
job for the
works
better
for-
part of
because she-
15 years.
She
does
works
work
for free for it.
She
Why
does.
why would you? Yeah, I mean, why would you hire somebody who's already working for free? Like those types of hours. That's
Well, when she's working for free, they need to like take her, advice that she's putting in articles and on tweets and just steal that information and then add the provincial and then let her go to work for free.
She's also doing PR on behalf of
Right.
Alphabet, right? Like she's out there fucking talking to the news, correcting
trying hard.
misinformation.
How long has she been at this, Pat? How long has she been?
Well, she's a level 10 local guide, and she has more than
So how-
20,000.
You can't
That
get
is,
there.
I mean,
in a year.
Takes a long time. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get a notice that someone found my very few Google reviews helpful, it makes me happy. And they're
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
gag reviews on strip clubs, but when people like them,
I took one killer picture of a bar in Georgia.
right?
It's always like a little. It's nice to see people like that picture.
Right, I know.
You got
That's
a
good.
gag review you can read us?
I'll find you one maybe for the next episode. But
Okay.
yeah, a lot of gag reviews on strip clubs. All right, guys. The HUD, okay, which is the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, they do things like, they help enact housing policy programs, help Americans afford homes and improve communities, and they like fight for equal housing opportunities. They're going to lose 84% of their workforce, according to a document reviewed by NPR. They're part of the Elon Musk Doge government workforce purge. And
Hey, at least they know where to go for cheap rent.
Right, exactly.
Because they're going to need it.
They came to work yesterday morning, and it seems that the tech nerds on the other side did a little bit of a fight back, because on every television screen throughout the entire HUD was this GIF of Donald Trump
God, that's
sucking the toes of Elon Musk
that is
hilarious.
disturbing.
on repeat.
Why
with the-
are
Unless you have a bunion.
Elon has two right feet. His left foot is a right.
What's the
foot.
huge bump in the middle of his foot?
Look, guys, it's AI generated, okay? And AI has trouble with feet.
Yeah,
and
and he's
hands.
got a huge
Oh, it's
tumor in the
gross. His big toes look like that guy's ears.
It's true.
tumor. It's
Uh,
crazy.
The text over the GIF read, "Long live the real king," and it was Trump just sucking Elon's toes.
Interesting. I would say
is
Trump is probably more the
something.
one why HUD is getting slashed the way they are, because he's a real estate developer and he probably has.
Well, that's why this is more insulting to him.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
Right. That makes sense.
But I do know that they couldn't figure out how to pull the main feed. They had to systematically turn every television off
That's hilarious.
because they couldn't get it off the screen.
Somebody was in so deep.
Damn.
Did you guys see Elon at CPAC? He was high on ketamine like I've never fucking seen in my life. Like I've been high.
He called
in
himself
pub-
a meme machine. I've
Yes,
become
when
meme.
he goes, "I am meme." I've been high in public before, man. That guy was so fucking high. I mean, just out of his mind on ketamine.
Then they
I
gave
am
him a
meme.
chainsaw before that,
Then they gave him the
Yeah.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's true.
You gotta watch out.
Chainsaw, the Argentinian chainsaw.
That's right.
It was a badass chainsaw.
It was
It is.
badass as fuck, bro.
Yeah, it was a badass chainsaw.
Elon didn't wield it. I wish his hands would have been gripped it a little stronger.
He did okay. He waved it
He
around.
did all right. But it's too spastic. When you're gripping the chainsaw, you need to have like a firm grasp and just be having like real solid motions and displaying it properly. Elon, it was just kind of, I don't know. He's all over the place with it. It was
Well, when you're ripped on uppers and ketamine, and someone hands you a chainsaw, and you're like whatever level of the spectrum he is, who's
Yeah.
never operated a chainsaw before, that's just how you're gonna do it, man.
Yeah, I
Man,
thought, he gave
this
it a
would-
decent, I thought he'd give it a decent effort waving it around, holding it up. He did alarmingly ask right away, "Does this thing work?" and went to like pull it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's a chainsaw."
right. Yeah, no, it works.
Yeah, but like a woman, Elon didn't know you have to prime it. Anyway, that is the show, guys.
Oh, also real quick, Macron.
Oh, yes, Macron.
went to the White House, and if you didn't see it, basically Trump is trying to negotiate an end to this Ukraine-Russia situation, and Macron is one of the holdouts in Europe. Like some of the Europeans are with Trump. Let's end it now. Macron is not one of those. He's like basically like Russia. They need to get better terms from Russia. So watching Trump negotiate this thing is going to be ridiculous, because it like the first this is his first like try to get like one of the NATO holdouts on board. It didn't look like it went very well. So
No, Macron was like very like hesitant about ending the war and giving Russia too much of Ukraine and stuff like that for sure.
We'll see. Right now, Russia has 20% of Ukrainian territory, so that's.
I would send someone tougher than Macron, though.
That's the thing. It's a game of chicken because basically, like Macron's like, well, we don't want to stop it, and if the U.S. was to pull their funding, then what's Macron going to do?
Macron gave the citizens that put on like yellow vest and block traffic like 3 times more than they asked for within like a week.
It's a political game of chicken. We'll see how it plays out. This is Trump's first foray into trying to win over like the NATO holdouts. So so far, not looking extremely successful.
Well, Zelensky said he'd resign if Ukraine got into NATO, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, but it's such a pointless offer. Like the whole thing is a NATO alliance. So it's like,
we'll see what happens.
It's like Pat saying he's going to buy an erection.
I'm going to buy it. Just hit me in the group chat tomorrow. I'll buy it. It's the first bet I want to pay on. Get out there and have a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!